Thank you to everybody who's been following us on Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. We appreciate all of our friends. We appreciate your likes, your comments, your questions, sharing our videos and our posts with folks. We appreciate that. One of the questions that I've heard from feedback from our friends that have been following along with us is this idea of performance reviews, raises, bonuses, all that kinds of stuff. And here's kind of the scenario that was raised is some leaders, what they do is the year goes on, they talk about we're going to evaluate our employees, we're going to do annual reviews, right? And then based on the feedback from that, we're going to determine what kind of raises or not, bonuses or not, whatever. And one of the scenarios that one of our friends shared was this, is that at the very end of the year, like the week or two that the reviews are supposed to occur, the leader of the organization said, we're not doing them. Right, that was a shock, right? They'd been doing them throughout the year. There kind of been these comments and statements and almost promises made that based on the annual reviews, we'll determine raises. And the leader of the company said, there will be no raises. We're not doing any reviews. They were upset and obviously mad or angry. That's one style of leadership. I'm going to suggest to you, though, that that's inconsistent with servant leadership. A style that I think values people differently, that treats people with respect, with dignity. I understand there's times we're frustrated or angry. We're not getting the performance we want from our employees. I understand there's times as leaders of organizations that we're not seeing the results that we want, that our organization, our company is not growing or moving the way we would like it. I would ask leaders to consider this. Is that a reflection of the employees or a reflection of the leaders? If it's a reflection of the employees, then my question would be to the leaders, what have you done throughout the year to address that and fix that? Why are we waiting to the very end of the year to then surprise everyone and say, oh, by the way, we're just not going to do it. I'm mad and no one's getting anything. So ultimately, even if the employees maybe aren't, some of them aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. I get that. That happens, right? What I'm going to ask leaders to consider is, do we make it the employee's problem, especially all employees, we lump them all together because we're upset or angry, we don't like what's happening? Or do we have to step back and own this as a leader? And I'm going to ask us to consider owning it as a leader. I hold leaders to a high level of accountability and expectation. And here's a great opportunity that if employees throughout the year have not been doing what you need them to do, all right, that means you have to be monitoring employees' progress. You have to be paying attention to their work performance throughout the year. You also have to be paying attention to the success or lack of success of the organization, the performance of the organization, so you don't wait until the very last minute of an entire year's worth of work to say, we're not doing any of this. So another solution is, as leaders, how about we start meeting with the employees on a regular basis? I would say minimally once a quarter, one-on-one, to say, how are they doing? Are they meeting expectations? Are they doing what we're asking them to do? Are we meeting with all of the employees? Are we communicating with all of the employees? And there's a whole variety of ways we can do that to communicate how is the organization doing. Are we hitting benchmarks? Do we even set benchmarks? Do the employees even know what those are, right? If we've got financial goals, if we've got sales goals, if we've got performance goals, whatever the goals might be, do we know what they are and are we communicating those? If we're not, then it seems to me very unfair and unreasonable at the end of the year then we dump it all on the employees when they may not have had a clue. So what I'm going to ask is for leaders to reconsider leading in the old traditional way to looking at servant leadership and says, can we treat employees with respect, with dignity? Can we communicate throughout the year consistently? And those employees that are doing a good job, can we reinforce that? Can we reward them for that? Can we praise them for that and encourage them for that? And the employees that have fallen short, can we start talking to them regularly, not waiting to the very end? And then at the very end, not lumping everybody together and saying, there, because I'm upset, mad, we didn't do what I would hope we were going to do, all employees now will pay the price. I think you're going to find when we choose that style of leadership, you're going to lose employees. Turnover will increase. In fact, what you're going to do is you're actually going to demotivate employees and you're going to see even worse behaviors coming. The alternative is Alternative is let's communicate on a regular basis throughout the year. Let's spend time letting them know what we're thinking, where we're at, hearing their thoughts and feedback so we don't get ourselves in that bind at the very end of the year. Appreciate it. Have a great day.